and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fake.
Dalam dunia otomotif yang semakin gila bersaing, tiba-tiba satu berita luar biasa muncul dari seberang lautan. Donald Trump, tokoh paling lantang di Amerika, mengeluarkan kenyataan yang membuat ramai ternganga. Amerika harus tiru Malaysia. Bunyinya macam mustahil. Tapi itulah hakikat yang sedang menggegarkan pentas dunia. Malaysia, sebuah negara kecil di mata sesetengah kuasa besar, kini berdiri megah dengan kereta kompak yang diiktiraf antara terbaik di dunia, menang dalam kategori yang selama ini didominasi syarikat-syarikat gergasi dari Jepun, Jerman, dan Amerika sendiri. Nah, dalam channel ini, Warna Malaysia, setiap warna menyimpan satu kisah, satu kebanggaan, satu identiti, dan hari ini kita membongkar warna yang cukup. Berani, warna yang membuat dunia menoleh dan bertanya, apa rahsia Malaysia sampai Donald Trump sendiri kagum? Adakah ini sekadar pujian politik? Atau benar Malaysia kini melangkaui jangkaan dunia dalam teknologi kompak, keselamatan, dan harga mampu milik? Mari kita buka satu persatu, kerana di balik setiap reka bentuk dan enjin kompak Malaysia, ada kisah yang dunia akhirnya terpaksa akui. Malaysia bukan lagi underdog. Malaysia kini rujukan.
Very much. One of the other things we're doing, it's separate from this meeting, but I think everybody here would agree with it. If you go to Japan, where I just left, and if you go to South Korea and Malaysia and other countries, they have a very small car, sort of like the Beetle used to be with the Volkswagen. They're very small, they're really cute, and I said, how would that do in this country? And everyone seems to think good, but you're not allowed to build them. And I've authorized the Secretary to immediately approve the production of those cars, so you'll be able to buy. They really are. They're actually, some of them are really beautiful. Actually, if you take a look, Honda, some of the Japanese companies do a beautiful job, but we're not allowed to make them in this country. And I think you're going to do very well with those cars. So we're going to approve those cars. Would you like to say something about that?
Well, no, just that he never stops working, so even when he's on Asian time, he's calling me at midnight in the States. But he gave me the directive to clear the regulations on this, which we have. And so if Toyota or any other company wants to make smaller, more affordable cars, fuel efficient, we have cleared the deck so they can make them in America and sell them in America.
They're really nice and less expensive, and it really gives people a chance to have a car, have a brand new car as opposed to a car that maybe isn't so great. And so you car companies start thinking about that. I think it's going to be a tremendous market.
Already 3 years since Anwar Ibrahim became Prime Minister. Is it 3 bad years or 3 good years for Malaysia? Opinions are split, but here is an analysis based on 10 objective facts. First, Anwar is positioned to end almost 40 years of government's deficit. For nearly 4 decades, government spending consistently exceeded revenue. When Anwar took office, the deficit stood at 5.6% of GDP. It was reduced to 5% in 2023, then to 4.1% in 2024, and is on track to reach 3.8% this year, and is projected to decline further to 3.5% in 2026. This trajectory reflects a clear fiscal discipline. Second, Anwar has cut government's annual debt every year. Federal borrowings decreasing from nearly 100 billion in 2022 to 93 billion in 2023, and then to 77 billion this year. We see the government is cutting annual debt every year under Anwar. Third, while deficit and debt are being reduced, UNRWA has grown government's revenue by nearly 40 billion. Revenue rose by 20 billion in 2023, another 7 billion in 2024, and is expected to add 12 billion this year. In total, that is roughly 40 billion ringgit in additional revenue under the Madani government. This shows that UNRWA has not only reduced deficit and government's debt, but also increased federal revenue over the past 3 years. Fourth, Bank Negara's foreign reserve rose to $123.8 billion at end October, the highest level in 10 years. This amount increases Malaysia's resilience to external shock, sufficient to finance 4.8 months of imports in case of crisis. We see that Malaysia is now stronger under UNRWA. Fifth, the ringgit has emerged as Asia's top performing currency, trading at highest level against US dollar in 13 months. Ringgit has also strengthened significantly against Singapore dollars, reaching its strongest 3-year rate. It is projected that by 2026, ringgit will value below 4 ringgit per US dollar, and after years of decline, finally the ringgit has been gaining ground and showing better performance under UNRWA. 6. Malaysia's unemployment rate fell to 3.1% in April this year, the lowest in 10 years, and dropped further to 3% in September. The job market is projected to stay strong next year. While it does not entirely solve job mismatch or underemployment, it shows that more Malaysians are securing stable salary work under UNRWA compared to previous administration. 7. Malaysians are earning more. Median household income grew by 5.1% in 2024, while average disposable income rose by 3.2%. The minimum wage has been raised to 1,700 ringgit, injecting an estimated 10 billion ringgit into workers' wallet nationwide. And Penang recorded the highest income growth rate at 6.4%. In other words, Malaysians are now enjoying higher salary and more spending power. 8. Malaysians are now benefiting from lower petrol prices and lower interest rates. The Budi 95 reform has reduced the cost of RON 95 petrol, while the cut in the overnight policy rate OPR to 2.75% has lowered monthly repayments. We see that Malaysians are now enjoying higher salary with lower petrol price, lower housing installment, lower vehicle loan, personal loan and business loan. Under UNRWA, households and companies alike have more cash left each month. Inflation in 2022, before UNRWA took office, stood at 3.3%. After he became PM, it fell to 2.5% in 2023 and 1.8% in 2024. By October this year, inflation is further to 1.3%, lower than initial forecast. We also see this reflected in higher consumer spending. Beyond long queues at restaurants, Malaysians even line up overnight to buy the latest iPhone. Retail and wholesale trade expanded by 70 billion ringgit, rising to 1.77 trillion in 2024. Malaysians spent 12 billion ringgit on TikTok Shop in 2024, which make us the 6th highest in the world. Malaysians are also travelling abroad more. Outbound tourism spending reached 28 billion ringgit in 2023 and grew by 15% to 32 billion in 2024. This clearly indicates more Malaysians can afford to travel overseas. 9. Support for low-income household has strengthened. In 2025, Sumbangan Tunai Rama (STR) and Sumbangan Asas Rama (SARA) amount to 15 billion ringgit, assisting about 9 million lower-income recipients. This expanded assistance has contributed to narrowing Malaysia's income gap to its lowest point in 50 years. This improvement indicates UNRWA fairer distribution of income between the rich and the poor. 10. Malaysia's global standing has improved across multiple international benchmarks. We have climbed 11 places in the World Competitiveness Ranking, rose 8 spots in the Global Talent Ranking, advanced to 33rd in the Global Innovation Index, and moved up 2 positions in the Economic Freedom Ranking. The Canadian Fraser Institute has ranked Malaysia as the world's top 10 among 165 countries for sound money, reflecting UNRWA's prudent management. S&P Global give Malaysia stable outlook with A- sovereign credit ratings, attributing to UNRWA's favorable policy-making environment. Moody's acknowledges UNRWA's reform are moving Malaysia in the right direction, supporting effort to reduce fiscal deficit. The Asian Development Bank praises UNRWA's economic fundamentals set for the country. prosperity. Similarly, the International Monetary Fund praises Anwar's economic reforms, and the World Bank acknowledges Anwar's fiscal consolidation strategy. In terms of investment and trade, Malaysia achieved record-breaking figures in 2024. Approved investments reached 378.5 billion, our highest ever. At the same time, total trade surged 2.9 trillion, also the highest on record. It is clear that in the 3 years since Anwar became Prime Minister, Malaysia recorded lower deficits, lower debt levels, higher government revenue, stronger foreign reserve, stronger ringgit, rising employment, higher incomes, greater spending power, and a narrower income gap. And these gains are further supported by positive evaluations from international organizations such as S&P, Moody's, ADB, IMF, and World Bank. Here are the 10 objective facts we can see over the past 3 years. It is evident that Malaysia has moved decisively out of the shadow of past financial scandal such as 1MDB and the long period of chronic mismanagement. In many ways, the nation now looks divided into two distinct eras. The pre-Anwar Malaysia, marked by scandal, instability, and weak governance, and the Anwar-led Malaysia characterized by stronger fundamentals, improving indicators, and far more promising outlook. Let us continue building Malaysia together.
Nampaknya Donald Trump masih belum move on dengan Malaysia. Terbaru Presiden Amerika Syarikat AS Donald Trump sekali lagi memuji Malaysia selepas beliau mengumumkan negara angkasa itu akan membenarkan pengeluaran kereta kompak buat pertama kali di Rumah Putih White House pada Khamis. Ia susulan beliau sendiri melihat populariti model kecil dan ekonomi itu ketika lawatannya ke Jepun, Korea Selatan, Malaysia dan beberapa negara lain baru-baru ini. Pengumuman tersebut mencetuskan reaksi bangga dalam kalangan warganet Malaysia, khususnya apabila Trump menyebut Malaysia sebagai antara rujukan kereta kompak.
One of the other things we're doing is separate from this meeting, but I think everybody here would agree with it. If you go to Japan, where I just left, and if you go to South Korea and Malaysia and other countries, they have a very small car.
Menurut Trump, kereta bersaiz kecil yang dianggapnya comel dan mirip Volkswagen Beetle itu menarik perhatiannya sekaligus mencetuskan idea untuk membuka pasaran baharu di AS.
They're very small, they're really cute, and I said, how would that do in this country? And everyone seems to think good, but you're not allowed to build them. And I've authorized the secretary to immediately approve the production of those cars, so you'll be able to buy.
Trump turut menyebut beberapa syarikat Jepun seperti Honda yang menghasilkan reka bentuk kereta kompak yang cantik dan sangat menarik sambil yakin kereta kecil itu berpotensi membuka pasaran besar di AS. Sementara itu, Setiausaha Jabatan Pengangkutan AS Sean Duffy mengesahkan bahawa Trump mengarahkan pelonggaran peraturan bagi membolehkan syarikat seperti Toyota atau pengeluar lain menghasilkan kereta kompak mampu milik serta jimat bahan api di AS dan menjualnya di pasaran tempatan. Ramai pengguna media sosial mengandaikan bahawa lawatan Trump ke Malaysia pada November lalu mungkin memperlihatkannya model popular tempatan negara, malah tidak kurang juga menganggap kenyataannya sebagai satu bentuk pengiktirafan tidak langsung terhadap industri automotif Malaysia terkenal dengan kereta kompak berpatutan dan praktikal.
Dan selepas semua bukti dibentangkan, satu perkara menjadi semakin jelas. Malaysia sebenarnya jauh lebih ke depan daripada yang dunia sangka. Kereta kompak kita bukan sekadar kecil dan murah. Ia adalah simbol bagaimana sebuah negara Asia Tenggara mampu mencipta teknologi yang stabil, selamat, jimat dan praktikal untuk rakyat biasa. Sebab itulah dunia mula menoleh. Sebab itulah Amerika sendiri melalui suara lantang. Donald Trump biasa mengakui bahawa Malaysia telah melakukan sesuatu yang mereka gagal lakukan. Mencipta kereta kompak yang benar-benar berguna kepada rakyat, bukan sekadar mahal dan penuh pemasaran kosong. Malaysia telah memilih warna masa depannya sendiri. Warna keberanian, warna inovasi, warna yang tidak menunggu pujian sesiapa, tetapi terus melangkah sehingga dihormati dunia. Dan di sinilah kita berdiri hari ini, menyaksikan sebuah kenyataan pelik tapi benar. Malaysia kini menjadi rujukan kuasa besar. sebuah pencapaian yang kita sendiri mungkin tak sedar, tetapi orang luar melihatnya dengan jelas. Sebelum video ini berakhir, saya nak tanya anda, apakah warna Malaysia yang anda paling bangga? Warna teknologi? Warna keberanian? Atau warna inovasi yang makin menyerlah? Tinggalkan komen di bawah, sebab setiap warna yang anda tulis adalah satu kisah Malaysia yang layak didengar dunia. Jumpa lagi di episod seterusnya di channel Warna Malaysia. Setiap warna satu kisah, setiap kisah satu kebanggaan.
Warna Malaysia.